Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel and time to draw again. Time to draw again. Well, today is the 30th of May, and yeah, we got some nice warm weather out here in Southern California. Looks like it's going to get up to possibly 80, 85 degrees, I'm told today, so I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a very beautiful day. I hope you all are all out there having a lovely day. And hope you grab in your sketchbooks and go with me here with a little drawing time, our fun sketching time that we do every day. Except the weekends, that is. And sometimes I might post something on a weekend, but generally speaking, I do it just every day during the week. So, all right, let's see where we go. Let's see. Well, I got a soft pencil. Oh, it's a soft lead in there, huh? It is. It's a soft lead. And judging from the way I started this drawing, it looks like we have a figure here. All right. We've got a figure. So what are we doing with the figure? Well, let's see. Looks like we got someone holding themselves up. Let's see here. Maybe we put the leg foot up like this. Let's see. Seems like I remember I had done a drawing like this once before, but I think I'm going to change it a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Stretch the leg out there. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. When the head's down. Like that. Okay. Let's see. Making sure we have some back of the head here. Say the spine come down. And there we go. All right. It's like doing push-ups or something, huh? Kind of, yeah. Let's see. Fingers. All right. So I'm going to do a finished drawing. Are we going to do a finished drawing or are we not going to do a finished drawing? Kind of want the hair to hang down. I think what I'm going to do is that I'm making it curly on that side, but I think I'm going to keep it kind of straight. Maybe a little bit of a curl on the end here. That's kind of a nice just figure, you know. Gosh, you don't necessarily, a lot of times, something like this, you don't have to make a finished drawing, do you? You could have it be sketchy, maybe, and just put a little bit of shading in the picture, you know. So, like, let's say we take a gray, right? And let's see if we put like a shadow, right? So we're using a layer here to put a shadow, just a slight shadow on the where the ground would be. So okay, so let's say you got this is in shadow, right? Okay, so she's casting a shadow on the ground, right? That makes sense there. So that's shadow then was going to go all the way down the body here, but on the floor, right? The hair could be shaded, but then we'd shade the head, wouldn't we? So the back of the head is going to have a highlight there. That's kind of fun. All right. Maybe we'll have the hot spot on the back here. Yeah. So I can do that. That's not bad. So maybe keep this in here. Right. Yeah. That's kind of fun. It's like life drawing. Well, let's see. What if we did another one of these? So let's say we'll take this one and we'll make it smaller, right? And then we'll get the black again, but we'll do something different. Maybe a standing one or something. I don't know. Let's say maybe kneeling. So we got maybe something like this, right? Let's see. Okay, so same thing, but you know, you treat it like it's a light, kind of a light um, figure, you know, a lightly drawn figure. Now here, let's say maybe we bring the head forward. Okay. So maybe here. So right. So we'll go on the eraser. Let's take a few lines out. Whatever you might want to consider a little problematic. So you take that out and come back and work in what you want to keep. Right. So now in this one, let's see. Once again, we're going to grab the shadow here. So the shadow is going to be underneath. So we get a little bit on the back here, back of the arm. And there. Well, this would probably be in shadow. Right. So maybe she's casting a shadow behind her here like that. Right. A little bit of shadow in there. Maybe shadow underneath the eyes would keep the hair would also be dark like that. So yeah, there you go. That's not a bad way to have some life drawing kind of sketches. You know, you could say have a page of life sketches that you do like this. It's not a bad way to go. So have them on one page. You know. So you could do a couple of different ones. Let's see. You know, because you've already got this page. So one thing I can do, like when I know I want to add another image, but I don't know where I want to put anything. You know, I got one of two ways. I could drop another layer in here, or I could say open up this and just draw something else. So let's see. I don't know. Oops. Get that back. Let's go back to the black. So let's, I don't know what we want to do. But okay, so we a new image or a new, let's see. A lot of times you can't really compose where you want something to go on a page if you've got more than one image on the page, unless you open things up so that you can see how much space you're going to need to draw whatever it is you think you want to draw. You know, let's like now. Um, so I know I'm doing a pose like this where it's showing more of the character's body, you know, higher up. So I show more of the head and, you know, so let's see, then this pose is kind of taking up a lot more space because she's got her arms out and all that, you know, so that just automatically makes for a bigger picture that you're trying to draw, or a bigger space that you need to fill. But you know, when you're drawing it, you kind of naturally want to have the room kind of stretch out and draw it the way you want to draw it. You know, so you just draw it the size you want to draw it. You know, then you come back in with your shading. Let's see. If your shadows there. Okay. Shadow under the neck there. Let's see, all that's going to be in shadow, right? This will be in shadow. This will be in shadow, right? That side of the body. Well, let's see, shadow. I guess we go across that way. Right. Shadows over here, so you got shadow on that side. Maybe the light hits the thigh over there, but you got a little bit of shadow here. All right. So it's like there's a strong light on that side. You got this. So you got you must have, you know, there'd be a shadow over here on the ground that would be pretty strong to justify whatever's going on over there. You know, this is a trick I've never really tried it, but I could make, I think there is a way to take the perspective tool on Storyboard Pro and make a shadow or make a outline of the form, the figure here, and drop it on the ground as a shadow. I think there's a way to do that. I don't know. I don't remember how to do it. I think I saw somebody do it. I don't know how you do it though. Anyway, so let's say we take this, you see, and we can then bring it down to a size where we can manage it. So I don't want that to mesh with the other image. Okay, so all right. Well, let's see. I guess then I go here. Maybe put this one down here, right? This one here. Let's see, or let's see. Well, then you'd have to get rid of. Yeah, you're gonna have to minimize the shadow. Then it's like if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna bring her in here. Oops. Gonna bring her in here. See. So let's say she's that big, right? Then something like this, where that shadow is coming over here and overlapping this a little bit, I guess, and then maybe here we can bring this one in, but we can reduce it, so maybe bring her down in size like that. Let's see, that might be a little tight, or maybe bring it in here, or bring it in there. Let's see. So you got a couple of different poses there. Okay. Oh, not too bad. Actually, that would be kind of fun to be in a life drawing class where you do all your drawing in the computer. I don't know if I've ever done that. You can do it. Actually, you can do it if you use if you draw online using the New Masters Academy YouTube site. You can draw there. Like you can watch the video while you're drawing on your computer, and then do your life drawing. Say in Photoshop or whatever it is you're going to be drawing in. So that's kind of cool. All right, well, there we go. Some quick sketches for the day. Yeah, that was fun. All right then. Well, hey, have a great day, folks. Once again, keep your sketchbooks handy. Make sure you take them around with you. It's a real good idea too to keep a little sketchbook in your pocket. One of the things that I didn't get to do when I was drawing actually drawing on paper was I didn't show you my little tiny sketchbook. I'll have to make it a point to show you that at some point. But I like to keep a sketchbook with me wherever when I go out. So if you've got a little pocket sketchbook, that's not a bad way to go. And you can put a pen in your pocket and draw. And sometimes I even will carry some blank index cards to draw on. So just, whatever you want to draw on. But it's just fun to keep yourself kind of drawing on a regular basis, because that just keeps you working, keeps the quality of your work up. All right, folks, we'll carry on. Have a great day once again. I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, actually, will I see you tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Saturday. That's right. I'm going to take a rest tomorrow. All right. Well, hey, have a great weekend. And remember, Jesus is Lord.